everyone, welcome to the channel. I am Hemant. You know me from Facebook. I am the founder of 3Shul's Motors. We are bringing up video series for you all regarding our motor controller. So in this video series, you will learn how to set up the motor controller, what's inside the box, how to tune it or calibrate with your motor. Alright, so here we have our package. This is one of our motor controller. This is from 700 series. So we will unbox this package today and see what's inside. Here we got some wiring harness and connectors to trim. Next up, here we have our warranty card. You can see. So the first step after receiving the controller is to register your product using this QR code here. So you just need to scan this QR code and it will point you to our website link. There you can enter this serial number and your controller will be registered for the warranty. Next up here we have a user manual. There is complete description of each and every feature and the connector pin out in this user manual here. We will discuss this later. Finally, we have our controller. So this is the motor controller unit that you will receive. This is CL700. You can see up close here. Next, we have some pins that user can crimp on their end for throttles and hall sensors and other stuff. We have another bag. This one has all the mating connectors for the harness and also a USB programming cable. So our controllers can be programmed using USB, CAN bus, or also over Bluetooth. So there are multiple options there. Bluetooth is already inbuilt in our controller. This USB cable can also be used to connect over to your computer and program our controller. Okay, so after unboxing the controller, here are the contents that you will receive in the package. You will receive those wiring harness and the components, a user manual for the controller, and a motor controller unit. We will discuss this user manual today and how the connections need to be done. Everything is mentioned in this user manual here. So these two pages, you can see them clearly. These two pages explains all the wiring connection of this harness and how you have to connect this harness to your vehicle. So we will start by explaining each of these connectors mentioned here. So the first connector we have here is the sine cos encoder connector. All the connectors on the harness are labeled properly, so you don't mess up on that. So here is the sine cos encoder connector, and this connector is specifically used with the analog output encoders. Mix this connector up with other type of encoders like ABI or other digital type of encoders. So this is specifically for sine cos encoder. The next connector is this hall sensor connector. So this basically is shared between multiple encoders and hall sensors. So this connector will be used for hall sensor and ABI encoder, SPI encoders, and many different encoders. So this will be the connector that will be used for digital signals. The third connector here is the cruise and reverse connector. So this is a 3-pin connector, and one of them is ground, and 2 pins are the TX and the RX pin. Depending on the pin which is connected to ground, it will enable that specific feature. So like if you connect the TX pin to ground, it will enable the cruise control, and if you connect the RX pin to ground, it will enable the reverse. Those are push button type pins, so they are not momentary pins. You have to keep them connected to keep the feature activated. The next pin is the throttle and regen pin. So this is a 4-pin connector. 2 are power wires and 2 for signals. This will be used for connecting your throttle and your regen lever to the controller. The next pin is USB pin. This pin will be used to connect your controller to your computer and program it. We already included a USB cable in our harness. You can use this cable to connect to this connector, and you can communicate it to your connect it to your computer via this harness. The next connector is this auxiliary 12-volt supply connector. So this connector is specifically used to control your fans or other cooling solutions. So there are two aux port on our controllers, and one of the port is accessible in VESC tool, and that is aux1, and aux2 is free to use by the user. They can program this auxiliary to connector via Lisp. So Lisp is basically a programming language or a scripting language available in VESC tool. So you can write your own code and make things work as you like. So this is CAN bus connector, and this connector will be used to communicate with other devices, the outside devices, maybe two controllers or a VESC Express or different things. So you can connect multiple controller across the CAN bus and do detection control across them, and many different possibilities are there with this CAN bus connector. The final connector here is this V-in high voltage connector. So this is basically your ignition input. This is a single connector, a single wire is going through it, a 2-pin connector. This connector will be used to power on your logic section of the controller. So when you connect this particular pin to battery positive, it will turn on the controller. So for the detailed overview of those connectors and their pinouts, you can refer to this page on our user manual. Here everything is listed. And if you need any further information, if you have any queries, you can email us directly or raise a ticket on our website so we can help you out directly. Okay, so in our next video, what we will do is we will explain you how to crimp these connectors on your system, and how to make your own wiring harness on your system and connect it to our controller.